Hello, Marilyn here, your optimism guru, ready to spread a little daily cheer in your world. So, a few weeks ago how I was whining, because who doesn't love whining on YouTube, about my blender dying. My very beautiful, expensive Ninja blender went kaput after just a few years. Very sad, very, very sad. So, I looked and I looked and I looked for a new blender because I was really missing my smoothies in the morning. And I was feeling like a total cheapskate. And what did I do but buy like the cheapest blender Walmart had to offer? Terrible mistake. Terrible mistake. I am the proponent for paying for quality over just filling a need, and yet I just filled a need and it completely backfired because this blender is the worst. It was a $25 blender. Oh, God. $25 blender, and it takes like 2 minutes to make a smoothie. It's really painful. It's really painful, and it's still not terribly smooth. So it's very painful. I learned my lesson, please. I share my pain with you so you will remember that quality is worth paying for. It's worth paying for. Pay for whatever quality you can possibly afford because it is worth it. So now I'm going to suffer through with this stupid blender until I can afford the blender I want, which is a Vitamix, and I'm going to just absolutely have the best blender ever on the planet, and then I'm going to have a ritual burning of this one that I just bought, if it even still exists, because it probably will last a week. Anyway, on that note, I wanted to share with you, I've done a really awesome smoothie recipe on this channel that I think is actually linked below, but if it's not, I will, because it's fun. It's a really fun, but it's a super involved, like, it is nutrient rich. It is awesome, but it takes some time to put together because there's so much to it. But super quick and easy smoothie that is my go-to almost every morning. Throw a handful of kale, throw a handful of frozen, I like the mixed berries. That's just what I like to use. Throw a couple of dollops. I use a tablespoon, a couple of dollops of a Greek yogurt. I usually use vanilla just for a little bit of sweetness, but if I don't use vanilla yogurt, I will just spritz a couple of dollops of honey in there. And a juice, I usually use one of these super concentrated, like health food store variety cranberry juices. So it's like a little tart, but it's so good and so nutrient rich and so much better than all of the sugar-filled gross that you pick up on the grocery store aisles. So I just throw that all in there and blend it for 5 seconds or 3 minutes, depending on the quality of your blender, and have a wonderful, super nutritious, quick smoothie. So it's like 4 ingredients, it's nothing, and it's fabulous, fabulous. Now, on that same kind of wave, I would love to hear from you. What is your favorite fitness app that you like to use on your phone? I am right now loving Strava, just because, mainly because my son is a cyclist, and so I always like to follow what his rides are like and how his stats are going and things of that nature. But I find that I haven't been riding much lately, but I have been running, and so I'm enjoying having Strava again and actually utilizing it and not just watching my son on it. But for the longest time, years and years and years and years and years, I've been using Endomondo, which I also really like, but quite honestly, for some reason, I'm just bored. I'm just bored with it, and busted out my old school just fitness journal the other day for another one of these little check-ins. Was super fun. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start going to paper. But I still kind of would love to know, are there any great new fitness apps that are really, really good? I've tried several of the Nike ones. They were okay. There just haven't been any that I've just been completely blown away by. Endomondo is the top one. And like I said, I'm kind of just, it has everything I need, and yet I'm kind of bored with it because that's how I roll. So I would love to know from you, what are your favorite fitness apps to track your fitness, to track your nutrition? I really, really, really like MyFitnessPal to track nutrition. It is amazing and gives all of the nutritional stats you could ever want, so I love it. But I would like to know what you use to track your fitness and exercise, and if you know, what kind of stats they offer, if they're free and paid versions, what the differences are. I just would love to know your input as to what your favorite apps to use are. So please comment down below, send me messages, you name it, get a hold of me. I would love to hear about that. Whenever I was a trainer, I had some incredible people, and I met so many people that I still keep up with to this day, even though it's been, let's see, I quit training when the youngest was born and she's about to turn 11. So it's been a very long time since I did any personal training or competitive bodybuilding or any of that. However, I still keep up with so many people that I met in that time of my life, and had just made some really high quality friends. And it's so fun to keep up with them on Facebook and all across the place. But one in particular is just one of my absolute best friends, and our daughters at the time were just the best friends. They're so old now, and they've, you know, we've moved states away and things like that, so they don't keep up as much. But I wanted to share with you because this woman's name is Dawn Linsing, and she is not only a phenomenal photographer, but she is also a phenomenal artist. And so I wanted to share with you her Instagram feed and page so that you will go and check her out. Check out her artwork because she's phenomenal and gifted. And feel free to order artwork or go attend her next event. Okay, so it is, let's see if I can get this sun to cooperate. It is Gabrielle Flora artwork. And I just want to, and I will link this, of course, in the description box. But I just wanted to show you some of her very cool pieces. I also have a couple of her pieces in my home, and I am super excited to go pick up, oh, and she is an absolute beauty as well. Look at how beautiful she is. She is just stunning. She's fabulous in every way, and she does amazing artwork. Oh, I love how she uses colors, and look at how cute she is. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to link her page in the description box. This is a very cool guardian angel that she did for me that I just adore, and I actually keep this right inside my front door. So it's the first thing that I see every time that I walk in, and I love it, and I love it, and I love it. And then this piece is so super cool. I love this azalea because she created this. This is on a board. She created this, and then she said, who would love all of these bright, bold colors? And she knew that I would be just the person to send that to. And so I got this gift in the mail and was so blown away and just love, 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 love it. My favorite color is yellow. I love bold, bright colors, despite the fact that everything you see right now is like beige. Gotta love apartment living and not painting walls. But when I own my homes, I paint the walls and they are beautiful. However, I can still fill the room with color and bold, bright things like beautiful artwork. And as soon as I get back from Arkansas to pick up the latest piece that she's done for me, I will show it off. But please go to Gabrielle Flora Artworks and check out Dawn Linsing's work because she is phenomenal. Now, just closing up, this morning I am drinking my breakfast. It's coffee, but I'm drinking it just the same. And I'll tell you why. Because kids make me drink coffee. So my youngest came home from school on Friday and was super embarrassed and mortified and said, "Mom, we had the puberty talk at school today." And I felt so sorry for her. And of course they had sent I have to tell a funny though. Of course they had sent the permission slip home, but it was one of those funny permission slips that if you don't send it back, that means that you're okay with it. So, you know, unlike every other permission slip the entire school year, when there are like 5 every week that are coming your way and you're just signing your name and you're barely reading what in the world it is for, this is one of those that is just the opposite. So I got so she hadn't even bothered showing it to me. It was just like, I know you're gonna, you know, let me do this. It's unfortunately just a rite of passage to endure these awkward moments at school and these awkward puberty videos and talks from the school nurse that's always, you know, awkward. And oh, it's just, she's always a little too comfortable talking about it for your taste and things like that. Poor 10 and 11-year-olds. But it brought to mind a funny story from when my oldest who is just finishing his freshman year of college, when my oldest was at this age and doing the puberty talk. Same thing, just, you know, all of these different permission slips. And so I'm just signing. My poor son, God love him, my poor son sat on a bench outside of the office. He was the only kid in his grade who had to do this because mom had signed the permission slip that said, "Only sign if you don't want your child to participate in this." So I was really glad that Charlotte didn't even show me the permission slip, because I would have gone on autopilot and signed it, and she would have been that same awkward kid, even more awkward than sitting through it with all of your friends, would probably be sitting on the bench because you can't watch the puberty talk. So I just thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious to share on a Monday. And these parenting moments, you know, gotta love them. Anyway, until I see you again, please check out Dawn Lensing's work. Please tell me about your favorite smoothie recipes, fitness and nutrition apps, and what your favorite blender is, for that matter. If you have a phenomenal blender that you did not have to like take out a loan in order to afford, I would love to hear about it, because this $25 blender is going to make me crazy every single morning of my life until I buy a really good blender to replace my Ninja, which I will not buy again because I'm really irritated that it did not last. I'm sorry, Ninja. Until I see you again, I hope that you are making it a great day.